Oh, she what's up, familiar? What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do, gang, what it do, gang. I had to make sure I went right before the date changed to the next one. Yeah, last 10 minutes of July 19th. I had to make sure, man. What's up with y'all? How y'all doing today? We tapped in. What's up, Ashanti? What it is, gang? What it is, gang? What it is, D? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing today, man? What it do? What it do? What it do? Show out some of the shots I had got today from this DIY shoot I had did, man. I cooked up some shit, man. I cooked up something for y'all. Y'all could see this bit. Hold on. I did a little bit. I'm afraid I cooked. Working on the video. And got some cooking. Yeah. Bro, look, bro. I cooked. I'm afraid I cooked. I'm afraid I might have cooked. Just maybe. I'm afraid I cooked. Guys, this is DIY by hand, bro. I saw a picture that she sent to me for her reference photos, and I was like, let's see how we can make this thing. You stealing this? Bro, if you could find the damn gobo, the gobo hard as hell to find. I couldn't find no gobo. I literally couldn't find no gobo, bro. I was trying to find a gobo. So the little stencils are called gobos, right? So I'm gonna show y'all these real quick. So these little stencils is called gobos. So G-O-B-O. It's called a gobo. Why is it not called a stencil? Don't freaking know. It's called a gobo. Y'all can see, right? So this is how it came out. Whole bunch of 5 eyes. Am I gonna make one for men? Sure. I mean, I just gotta know what idea I should do because I don't know. But so this is like, you guys see the little different gobo stencils. So literally, this is my DIY. I literally cut it out and I taped it to the gobo so it can go right inside of there. And the photos came out tough as hell. This is crazy. This is crazy, right? So as you guys can see, this is what I did today. I used a Cricut stencil, and I also made an in-depth real raw unfiltered tutorial for you guys on Patreon on how I made these as well. So this is how the photos came out. I just needed to make sure that everything fit into here. Wait, what is that? It's a stencil, but it's called a gobo, right? So this fit into here just like so, and I literally made it on Canva, right? Just like so. These little metal parts came with the actual spotlight. But the everything else was like done by hand. So the paper, I used cardstock, stuff like that. So that's kind of how I got that. So I used some cardstock, as you can see. So there's like a little cardstock that I use. I cut multiple out because I had to make sure it was able to fit inside of the gobo holder. And yeah, so I just did multiple different ones. And I'm gonna show you guys how they came out. So these are the photos, as you guys can see. And I'm gonna do like an in-depth tutorial. I'm gonna post that one on Patreon. I had recorded like some real raw unfiltered footage for the Patreon to be able to show them like it and like how I used it, just like that, how I cut it out and all that different type of stuff. But this is how it all came out, bro. This thing is tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop playing. Like, this not a hard photo. Like, huh? Like, what? And I framed her up so nicely, bro. So I literally used this gobo right here, this same gobo right here, this same one. This one right here. So, yep. And some more free game for you guys to know too is everything is mirrored when you're using a spotlight. So this is really thin, right? So it's gonna just slide. You can use a piece of tape to tape it down. If this was black, it would work a lot better, but I had tan, so I used the color tan. But if this is black, it will work a lot better, right? So you guys can see it shoots it right through here. But this goes into the top like this. Yes, it's upside down, but when it's upside down, it mirrors the opposite. So if you put it in upside down, it's gonna actually show up like this. So everything is backwards, right? So when you put it in upside down, the bottom is actually going to be down here when it shows onto the backdrop, right? And then this heart shows up on the right side is actually going to be on the left side when you flip it. So it's like a whole bunch of backwards stuff, but everything's backwards. Just play around with it and see it. But the images came out tough, bro. Came out so tough. Like, what? Stop playing. And I literally was like, I had her on this side, but then I was like, man, you can't see the second heart. So I literally started framing her on the other side. And when I did that, went to eating. Went to eating. Everything started eating. The moment I put her on that other side, bro, everything got yum. You know what I'm saying? Yum. You know what I'm saying? Taxi, let me get 3 of them, man. I ain't gonna lie. Everybody been asking like, oh, bro, are you gonna sell them? Are you gonna sell them? I've been thinking about making some. Like, you know how everybody's trying to make the 21, the number 21, all different type of stuff like that. But when I figure out how I could reinforce them so that way they're not like, you know, flimsy. Like, I don't want to sell y'all or give y'all no flimsy junk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll use this for myself, but I don't want to give y'all no nothing flimsy. Maybe I can dip it in epoxy. I don't know, but just coming up with something. But this is really cool. And this fits perfectly. And this came out. I'm going to show you guys how this one came out. So I'm going to show you it. Hold on. Let me see. He said, nah, sell it. Give me these. Sell me the ones that you got right now. Sell them. Bro, I know, bro, I got you. I'm going to do the number 21. I'm going to make the number 21. Things that I get asked to do a lot, like these hearts, the number 21, a whole bunch of different stuff. 3D printing could probably work. 3D printing could definitely work. It had to be really, really thin, though. Like, it had to be really, really thin. It has to be like as thin as this. Like if I could really like measure the millimeter of this or the whatever, a decameter. I don't know what's less than a millimeter. Maybe I'm making it words. I'm sorry, y'all. But that might be like a little, I don't know. But I got to see whatever that is because that thickness is good. Like this, the thickness of this, and I love how it doesn't bend. This would be ideal. But this is very, very thin. So I was going to just layer it on with some thicker cardstock or I don't know, something foam board or something like that I was going to do. But this came out, and I'm going to show you guys how these came out. So this is right here, right? And now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how it came out. So that's it. And then this is the photo, if I can get to it, to show you guys how it actually came out on the backdrop. If it loads up for you, boy. 3D printing would be tough. I got to find, if I can go to a 3D printing company, it'll be really tough. I could probably get them 3D printed for real. Because I feel like I could really drop those, and I feel like they would definitely sell out. Because I feel like people would use, like, look, bro, look at this, bro. How tough? Stop it. Like, come on, bro. What? Look at it. Yeah, that became a heart. With the multiple hearts. Big tough. Come on. This is the one right here. So this exact gobo, right? Y'all probably like, damn, but hell, what the word is? It's literally called a gobo, bro. I'm going to keep saying it because I didn't know what it was called. I was calling it a stencil, and I couldn't find what I was looking for. It's called a gobo. G-O-B-O, right? Literally, this is the exact one that I use right here. This is the exact one that I use with tape on it, looking ghetto and all, looking real nice and ghetto and all right? But if you could figure out how to make it fit, all it has to do is fit this hole right here. So this is a 2-inch by 2-inch gap. So this square right here is a 2-inch by 2-inch square, if you guys can see it, right? So it's a 2-inch by 2-inch gap with a 2-inch by 2-inch square. It needs to be able to fit inside of there. So I literally went on Canva, right, and literally created it on Canva. Let me see if I can show you guys how I did it. I literally did it right here on Canva. So literally I created it right here on Canva. So this is a 2-inch by 2.5 inch by 2.5 inch canvas. And then I literally scaled everything in the middle of this, literally with Canva. So this is just multiple different, like I'm going to change the color of the background so you guys can see the different elements that I utilize to be able to change it. So I'm going to change this to like blue. You can see everything I had to create. Literally, the white, I had to create everything to make it then blend in so I can create a stencil. Literally, I made this. Like, what the heck, boy? Today, I made it, right? Crazy. And then I'm going to do the number 21, stuff like that. So, literally created a stencil for me to be able to cut out. So, everything that's in white, so now when I turn this color white, I can make this whole background transparent, and I can cut out the black parts. Hurry up and drop the vid. I got you, bro. W shots, thank you. Sell it. Give me these. I need them. Working, I had my first week at the new studio. Not gonna lie, I would come home and KO. I feel that, bro. Definitely new week, new money, new job, new opportunities, new things going on. Definitely trying to go to sleep, taking that nap skis, right? See, look, so this is how these came out. I feel like these came out so tough, you guys. Like, I was really like, bro, like I didn't know how I was gonna do this. And I was like, bro, I was scared. And the crazy part about it is I did this all like within the hour before my client came. Valentine's Day gonna hit with this. No cap, bro. V-Day with these is gonna be tough. And it's crazy because, like, I mean, I'm giving out. So I would be like, oh, it's crazy because I'm the only one who got them. But, like, in reality, it's like, if I'm the only one really offering them, or I offer them first at least, then I'm really gonna sell out. I'm really gonna hit. You know what I'm saying? Cause I was like, oh, you know, obviously I'm giving out the game. I'm not gatekeeping. So it's like, obviously somebody's going to do what I'm doing. Somebody's going to see this and I'm going to tell them exactly how to do it. And they're going to do it. And they're going to probably be somewhere near me. And they're going to be like, oh, I'm taking bruh business. When in reality, bruh, there's enough to go around. But that's why I give out the game. It is what it is, man. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, my damn I feel like my neck out more than this side on this side. I don't know. I think it's how I'm built, man. Like I'm looking at myself right now in this camera and I'm like, damn, why my bone popping out hella right now? Like my mobility off or some shit. That's crazy. Sorry, y'all. Y'all see that bit? That bit like popping out. Like I think that's okay. I think I'm okay. Cause this one not popping out as much. But then again, it also be lighting sometimes too. Cause sometimes, hell nah, it ain't lighting. I can feel that bit. I don't know what that bone's called, but that bit is out there. I need to probably just grow some meat around it or some shit. That bit feel crazy. Only got one though. This one's huge though. Look that up on GPT. I'm dying. Okay, so ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm about to drop and do 20. He said, "Nigga, that's a clavicle." Yeah. They said, "Nigga, that's a clavicle." Yeah. You're right. Bro, D gay, bro. He said, "Talking about some meat." All right. Get it packed up before November. PNG culture, get the free game only. Yeah. Oh, you right. Get it packed up before November. PNG culture only. Yeah. Real spill. D, bro, you always trying to talk to somebody, bro. Just mind your business, all right? Stay in your house, all right? Mind your business. How y'all been, though, man? I love y'all. All right, let's see. So this is how these came out right here. As you guys can see, show y'all a whole bunch of different ones that I did. I got real surgical today, man. I got real creative. I had a lot of fun. I used also a spotlight today, but not the spotlight that you think I was using, right? So I'm about to show you guys the spotlight that I use. So today I used this right here from TikTok Shop, and it actually worked really freaking well. So this is a mini spotlight. It's like literally way cheaper. Not selling y'all shit right now, okay? I'm not even about to say the name because I don't want y'all to think I'm about to buy nothing. What's up, Mood Galaxy? So this is it right here, right? So it's 10 watts, a little 10 watt handheld, little light flashlight. Cool, right? Yeah, oh my God. Flashlight by Small Rig. Why would you get a flashlight by Small Rig? Little do you know, it's a damn spotlight, cuh. So I used this today also for the maternity session. And if I could figure out how to create some of these, I could make some crazy stuff too. It's in your cart? Yeah. So I'm trying to make some tutorials today. I was literally trying to make some tutorials today, bro. Like that bit is so tough. Send the second correction on the video your way in a few. Okay, bet. So it has multiple different little gobos of its own. Heart in here too. So I used them today. So this is the one that I used today, right? I'm gonna show you guys it right now. I be showing y'all all this stuff. I don't get no kickback from this. I'm gonna drop the affiliate link in the chat. My affiliate link to this in the chat. Anybody who wants to, go ahead and purchase. But nah, I don't tell y'all to purchase anything until I've had it for like a month, and I've had this for over a month. So I definitely do feel like it's worth it because you can use it in some really crazy scenarios, especially if you turn all the lights off in your studio. So if you turn all the lights off in your studio, bro, I feel like it's 1,000% worth it. 'Cause I'm about to show y'all what I got today. 10 watts. 10 watts is actually a lot more than you think. It's like, oh, it's not that bright. 10 watts is really bright, bro. So I use this right here on this little gobo, right? And it has like a little like snoot that comes with it. I've been waiting for the video. Oh, you've been waiting for the video for me to make before you buy that bit? So you're tough. So it literally goes on like this, right? And you can like this to make it bigger, right? You can make it a little bit smaller, and then this is going to be a lot smaller, and then flash distance matters as well. So now when you have the flash on, the distance from the background is also going to matter as well. So let me show you guys a few of the shots that I got today utilizing this right here. So this is literally all I had, and I'm going to show y'all, and y'all going to be able to see it because I think I took some pictures with the stand in the shot, so that way I could I want to tell y'all, I don't be capping. Real raw on what? Real raw what? Okay, all right now. So you guys can see them. I did one with the sun. So now I'm going to show you guys the one I did. Hold on. Let me try to find it. Boom. Look at that. Come on with this. All I used was this right here, bro. Real raw unfiltered. Like no cap, no wrap cap, no nothing. By the way, you're the last streamer I'm watching till I head to sleep. Hey, yeah, man, you need to get that sleep, and I'm about to get sleep in too. Nice to meet you, Moon Galaxy. Man, we're over on YouTube if you want to tap in and say hi to everybody, just in case you want to. We're on YouTube and then Discord. I pride myself on giving out free games, free gems daily. So I go live every single day. Majority of the time it be at nighttime, because that's when I'm the freest, for real, for real. So you see this, bro? That right? It's tough. It's tough, bro. All these was this. So I'm gonna try to find a picture so I could prove to y'all real raw, unfiltered, no capping. I took a video for a fact, but I want to see if I have a picture. Ooh, boom! It's right there. It's right there. It's right there. It's right here. You see it? Only light I had on. No wrap cap. That's the only light that I had on. The only light I had on right here. It's literally right there. You can see it, the little tab. I'm trying to tell y'all so y'all know I'm not lying. It was on a tripod, right? Tripod. Side note, that lighting stand that I bought for Prime Day, best lighting stand I've ever owned in my life. The best lighting stand. I'll put my name behind them. I don't care. That is the best lighting stand I have owned in my entire life. And I've owned lighting stands from every company. I've owned C stands. I've owned small rig everything. I've owned newer NEWER lighting stands. I've owned lighting stands all around the globe, and that is the best lighting stand I've ever used. And I've been using it for the past week since I got it from Prime Day. Y'all know, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. That is the best lighting stand I've ever purchased. That lighting stand is the most worth my money, no cap. I got one last question before I go to sleep. Go ahead and ask it, Mood Galaxy. So, best lighting stand hands down. I just wanted to say that real quick. But I use this because that thing goes all the way up to my ceiling. So high, right? But I was using this. Only light I had on. I'm proving it to y'all right now. I'm proving it. What do you think about dinosaurs? Dinosaurs are cool. I mean, I think dinosaurs were real at one point. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care about, like, you know, all the stuff they try to tell us. But I do feel like there's a lot more dinosaurs than they think that there were, because they can't prove them all were here. But I do believe in dinosaurs. I'm not gonna lie. I do believe in evolution. I have a favorite dinosaur. Definitely a T-Rex, because despite him having some small hands, he still know how to throw them bitches. You know what I'm saying? Just because he got some small hands, he still know how to throw them things. So definitely a T-Rex. You know what I'm saying? A T-Rex and like a Velociraptor, for sure, right? For sure. But so this, boom, boom, boom. Come on, bro. And I framed her up in that left side of the heart, right? Spinosaurus sounds fire. Spinosaurus sound like he gonna really do it. Ooh, y'all can see it right here. I'm trying to see if I show any more with the light in it. Dang, I'm trying to see if I show any more with the light in it. See this one right here? I don't think I took any really wide ones with that light in it. Oh, it's right here. I wanted to try to prove it. All the pics are awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so I think that's it. Oh, boom. There we go. The full light with the stand, everything. Y'all can see it right there. Right there. Real raw, unfiltered. Real raw, unfiltered, man. Real raw, unfiltered. That's what I wanted to show y'all. And yeah. So I did that today. Then I also did another, I did some VFX stuff today as well. Some little stuff like this. Oh, yeah. Once again, the only light I used today. For my paid client shoot, the only light I used was this light right here today. All the lights are off. You can see it. I used this right here. And I shot raw, of course, and then I shot constant. It's a constant light photography, exactly. Anyways, I gave you a follow. I head to sleep. Go to sleep. Get your nourishment. Nah, but for sure. Good night, Moody Galaxy, man. I'll see you tomorrow, most likely, if you hop on the live again. Thank you for the subscription. Thank you for the sub and the follow. I appreciate you. And so this is the only light I use. I just want to show y'all. Make sure y'all know real raw, unfiltered. The only not flash, but the only light I use. I did continuous light photography today. This thing was amazing, and it did really good. And it was on that one lighting stand. You guys can see it right there on that lighting stand. I want to show y'all the truth right here. Lighting stand, lighting up that background. Doing what you need to do. 10 watts of power, and it has multiple different colors. Also, it's not me meat riding the light, but I just wanted to show y'all the full real. So let me show y'all real quick. I'm gonna turn this light off so I can show y'all how it looks like. So y'all see this light on, and it has multiple different colors. And it's already a spotlight, so even if I don't put a thing on it, it's already a circle. So if you have it straight on, it got like, I think 4 colors, I think. So it has blue, it has white, it has red, and then it has yellow. So blue, white, red, yellow. Are those primary colors? I don't really know my wheel. I think they are. But you can still go down on the amount of power too. Or I mean so boom. So 10 different stops of brightness. So I can go up 1, go up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And when it blinks, it lets you know that it's all the way at the top. So it's max power. So when it blinks, it's either max, or it blinks is either all the way to its minimum. So when I try to make it go further, it won't go any further because it's at the maximum output, the maximum brightness of that 10 watts, right? If I go all the way down, it's gonna tell me that it's at the maximum, it's gonna the minimum brightness of that 10 watts as well. So this is gonna use the least amount of power also, but it's so small to where you can literally use it anywhere. You can take it with you. You can, you know what I'm saying, and it holds charge pretty good. Just press the button and change the colors. But yeah, that bit tough. So I just want to show y'all that because I used that today for a client. Things of that nature. But yeah, I just want to show y'all that. I love this little light. I haven't tested the battery power of it yet, but I will, and I'll let you guys know. I always tell you guys don't purchase anything until I'm able to give you guys a full review. Because I always want to be real, raw, unfiltered. I don't never want to cap to y'all. I want y'all to be able to know, you know what I'm saying, about the things before. Do all the lights have to be off for it to be real effective? Yes. Yes, 1000%. I'm not going to even lie to you. Yes. Because it's 10 watts. So, for example, the SL60W lights, right? Those are 60 watts. So, with those lights, if I use them as a spotlight, something like that, I would still turn all the lights off. You see what I'm saying? This is 10 watts. So, like 10 watts can stretch really far. Like with no lights on. Like if you have no lights on, 10 watts is literally all you really need for real. 60 or below with no lights on, if you're doing spotlight, you're doing silhouettes, literally all you'll need, you're good. I'm showing you guys right now. The proof is in the pudding, right? ISO on this photo, I'm gonna tell you right now, no cap, no wrap cap on me. No wrap cap on me. Hold on. Let me see. Cause I might have to open it with my camera. Let me see. Where is it at? Show. Am I tripping? Like, do I not? Oh, get info. I'm like, am I tripping? Okay, I can't see the ISO on this one right now. Exposure. Okay, my shutter was 100, my f was 2.8, and my ISO didn't go past 640. My ISO was at 640. I stay at native. Like if I'm doing natural light photography, I'm always gonna be native. I'm gonna be 640 or I'm gonna be 1280 or 100. I'm either 100, 640, or 1280. I don't go past that, because I don't want any extra grain, added grain, right? So those are like the natives for my cameras. So for my, sweet 640, sweet 640, 640 sweet. Chill spot, no real grain, vibing. Those are the 3 ISOs that I use frequently. Oh, you use 800 all day. 800's chill too. Oh yeah, 800's chill. I be chilling at 640. I be vibing at 640. 800's chill too. If I need a little bit of extra, I'll throw it in there. But I usually never really go over that, especially like with little stuff like this. Like I never usually go like constant light photography. You never really got to go over it. Because I use 60 watt lights today, and I used this 10 watt light. So for these images right here, it was a 60 watt light. I did some brighter images like these right here. So these right here were 60 watt lights. So these were just 60 watt lights. The only lights that were on. If it loads, if it hurries up and load, I can show y'all. But it's not loading. If it hurry up and load, I can show y'all. So this, I'm trying to show y'all. It ain't loading though. There we go. So this was 60 watt lights. This was continuous light, no flash. This was a continuous lighting today. This was 160 watt light was on, right? Coming from that right side, literally it. So 160 watt, and then I had this 10 watt. Literally SL60W. It was a continuous light. Great, right? I know. It was raw. They had no softbox, no nothing. It was literally raw right there. Right? Same ISO. Exactly. 640. Same ISO. Difference is that she's lit up now. Right? No. 640. 640. My ISO is 640. My ISO is 640. My shutter went up though. I went up on my shutter though. Because I wasn't thinking when I was moving around time-wise. My shutter, 640 was still there. 640 ISO is good. The white's looking nice. 5500 Kelvin on the white balance. No auto white balance in studio. I always use manual white balance in studio. I know for my colors of humans. All right, so 5500 for majority of my clients that I've had always works solid in my studio in particular. All right, it makes their skin looks true to tone, looks good, looks fresh out of camera, looks great. So that's what I be using when I do multiple different types of skin tones in my studio. That's what works for me, right? But yeah, so. This flash, love it, amazing. I gotta figure out. I want to see how long I could use it before it dies. Like at the lowest power versus the highest power. I probably could just ask like online or something, but I want to like try it real world and see, because I might pack it with me to go use these, do some creative shoots, something like that. 5500 for dark skins too. Yeah, I do 5500 dark skins as well. Only thing I do for dark skins differently is change my shutter now. Like everybody gets 5500, bro. Everybody gonna get 5500 in my studio, right? White backdrops especially. 5500, everybody getting it, right? The difference though between the different people will be I may change my ISO for sure because I don't want to wash out their skin tones. I don't want anybody that's, that's like, has less melanin. Shutter from what? From what to what? So this shutter, the shutter on this one, the one before this was 100. I think the shutter on this was also 100. Yeah, so the shutter on this is 100. So this is f2.8, right? This is 100 shutter, right? So I would go up or down on my shutter depending on the what's the name. So my lights were only at 10%. That's another thing I need to let y'all know too. So this came out this clear, and my lights, my 60 watt lights that are in my studio were only at 10%. All right, so 10%. 10%. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Maple? So it's only at 10%, which is why it came out so bright and nice and clean and stuff like that. Because if I go higher than that 10%, it's gonna start getting hot in my studio, and I don't want it to get hot. So I try to do the best that I can to make make it work around. If I have to make it go up, if I have to make it more, you know what I'm saying, then I will. But I usually don't have to. So these came out really good like that, and I'll go up like if the dark skin, I'll kind of change, right? Photography is compromise, exactly. Very much so a compromise. Very much so a compromise and problem solving. Yes, indeed. So I'll literally just change above all, exactly. So I'll literally just change my my shutter, cause I try to keep everybody, like I don't care what skin tone it is. I'll keep it at 100 on my ISO or 640. 100, 640, chill, right? D, be quiet. 100, 640, chill, right? 2.8, everybody can have that. 5500 Kelvin has been working good for me, for all my clients in my studio setup. I say that because I set my studio lights in a specific place and they don't move. They literally go up or down. They literally don't move. They don't move anywhere else. They're mounted to the ceiling. All right. So those continuous lights are mounted to the ceiling. They don't go nowhere else. So 5500 Kelvin works really good for me because I use the same spots each time. Right. And then my shutter, depending on their skin tone, is the one thing that I will change, right? I'll go up or down. They say they want to look a little bit more warmer, I'm going higher on my shutter. They want to look a little bit like less warmer or a little bit lighter. I don't know. I'm not saying that this is what others do or this is the rules, the photography or whatever. I'm just telling you this is what I do. There's multiple ways to do different things that I do, but this is what I do. So depending on their skin tone, right? They say they want to look a bit more tan, then that's when I start going up. I start cranking up that shutter a piece. They want to look a bit more tan, cool. Crank up that shutter a little piece. That's what I do. I'll crank up that shutter, and they want to look even more tan. I might crank up my aperture, but it depends. Because right here, I was dealing with a low light situation, 10% lights, low light situation. I had f2.8. In studio, I'm playing with flash and anything like that, and they say they want to be, you know what I'm saying? I'm going up on my I'm not at 2.8 in the studio. Usually, I'm not at 2.8 in the studio. Usually, like ever for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm usually like at flat Fs. I call flat Fs F8, F10, F11. The flat Fs, not point, no points. That's me though. That's me though. You know what I'm saying? And then I have my flash power is pretty high, and that works really good too. So what about outdoors? 5500? No, I don't do 5500 Kelvin outdoors. No. So I do like a little cheat method, right? So what I do is I'll go on auto white balance, and I'll see what it looks like on auto white balance, and I'll change between my different white balances, and that's how I set my custom white balance. Because sometimes I don't have enough time to set a custom white balance based off of like my lens cap. I'll literally just look at the other ones and see if any of those fit, and see what those settings are on those and adjust from there. So then I'll go to my custom, right? I have one custom for outside, and I'll literally change my custom based off that. So literally, like I can tell you guys, my white balance that I was at my last shoot was 5,000. So the white balance of the shoot today was 5,000. So I had 5,000 Kelvin, not 5,500, just 5,000 flat. So I use that one, and I change that one around a lot because I use that as my cheat. So I'll go auto white balance, see what auto white balance is talking about, take some photos, look at those, and see what the white balance was at, and try to match my white balance to those and see, like, you know what I'm saying? Go based off of those images and do that. That's me though. I used to do the same thing when I was learning how to shoot in manual. I would shoot in auto mode, and I would look at what the auto mode settings were doing, and I would just do that in manual mode and only change the one thing that I think that I would like to change. That's what I would do. So I used to shoot in auto mode, right, on my camera, and I would take a picture and I would look, and it would say f2.8. It would say shutter this. It would say ISO this. And I'm like, oh, bet. Now I would literally go and copy and paste those exact same things into manual. This is how I learned how to shoot manual. I learned how to shoot manual from doing this. You see what I'm saying? So that's how I did it. That's how it worked for me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, try that out. If you guys are still struggling with manual, that's literally how I learned how to use manual. I didn't learn how to use manual with all the other stuff. I didn't learn how to use manual with the set your aperture first and then do this and then do that. I didn't learn none of that, bro. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all the real raw unfiltered. Would I recommend learning it like that? Yes, I would recommend it, because like when I was taking clients, I didn't really understand the fundamentals of manual. So I was shooting auto, I was shooting aperture priority, I was shooting shutter priority. People don't even touch those modes, but I was shooting those, and I'll still do it today if I ever get scared. If I ever get scared, I'll still do it. You know what I'm saying? I'll still do it. You know what I'm saying? So I still recommend trying it out, seeing, because the most important thing I feel like overall, rather than camera settings, is framing. I feel like proper framing, proper composition, proper, you know, learning the pure the six rules of composition. I put a video out on it. Not to do no self plug or nothing, but I did. You know what I'm saying? The 6 rules of composition, I feel like those are the most important things to learn before learning manual and all this other stuff. Everything that started getting you confused about photography. Learn how to frame a subject, because you could take a fire ass auto photo and somebody could take a trash ass manual photo. Just because they shoot manual don't mean they're better than you, fam. All right, so remember that. Love you guys, man. I'm about to go ahead and tap out. Be live again tomorrow. I want to show you guys a few more of these images that I did today. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all. Let me see if I can show y'all one more before I sliz eye on y'all. Hold on. Cause I did some maternity. I had a baby shower today too. So I did some baby shower. I did baby shower today too. Some little baby shower stuff that I had shot. I had shot this in 60 and 30. Whatever. Oh, this is S&Q. I shot it in S&Q, slow and quick mode. Trying to get a continuous light. What do y'all recommend? Thanks for the stream, man. You're welcome. What do I recommend? SL60W is $100. If you're trying to get your first continuous light, get some SL60Ws. They're $100. They're very cheap. And the best part about it is that you can use them for a really long ass time. I've had these since I started photography, and they were second-handed by somebody else on Facebook Marketplace. So you could use them for a really long time. They're really great lights. And if you do that, now you can get used to using continuous light. And then now you can upgrade to something bigger, like 200 BM, 300 BM, stuff like that. So yeah, I got the Zhiyun B200, and that's an amazing light. Very, very, very powerful. So little stuff like these, setting up today. But this is tough, man. I loved it today. It was really cool. Did a lot of documenting type photos, stuff like that. I kept saying anything for the shot when I was at work. Yeah, that's the motion. That's the movement. Yeah. But yeah, D, definitely SL60Ws. They're like $100, and you get it for way cheaper if you find them secondhand by somebody as well. Or you can literally just look up, like, go to Adorama used. Look it up online before you go in person. Look up B&H used. Look it up online before you go in person. That's what I'm gonna do. Before I come up there, I'm gonna look on there and I'm trying to see what I can go get, because I need to get some stuff too. So I'm gonna try to see what I can get while I'm up there at the different used, little different used. I'm trying to put a hold on it, stuff like that. Mark II. But yeah, I love you guys, man. That was the settings for today. That was the shoot that I did for today. That was the lighting that I used today. Until next time, Taxi. Yeah. Make sure to leave me like requests and stuff like that down below. After this, let me know what you guys want to see, what else you guys want to see, what more tutorials y'all want. Join the Patreon, join the Discord. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. And I love you guys.